The upcoming Tower of Fantasy MMORPG is currently undergoing a closed beta test, and I know there are a lot of you guys out there that have been wanting me to go ahead and cover it. Partly because this is an anime MMORPG, which will potentially compete with the likes of Blue Protocol, and partially because this is a cross-platform, fully open-world anime game, which will potentially compete with the likes of Genshin Impact. Blue Protocol and Genshin Impact are two anime titles that have been more anticipated than any other anime game in, well, I don't even know when the last time players were this excited for an anime MMO or even just an anime RPG. So you can bet Tower of Fantasy has a lot to live up to. Now, before we go any further, I do want to note that the following footage from the closed beta was actually taken from various different closed beta testers. Their names and the links to their individual channels will be included in the description below. Each video and subsequently all footage is copyright to the individual content creators that captured it. With that out of the way though, let's go ahead here and take a look at the gameplay. Now, before we go ahead and jump into this, I do want to note the first video, actually both videos here, are uploaded by Vin is here. If you're interested in watching all 11 minutes and all 8 minutes of the videos, I will have a link to his channel down in the description below. And yes, this is the white YouTube theme. I have a white YouTube theme because as I work, I need that bright light in my face to keep me awake. I know a lot of you guys complain about this. Now, for the first part, this is going to be... Okay, wait, no. Let me preface this by stating that this entire game currently is only available on mobile devices, but don't let that discourage you from wanting to potentially play it. This is going to be completely cross-platform on both PC and mobile devices, but the first closed beta, much like Genshin Impact, is only playable on mobile devices. So it looks like there's some story. Character movements look pretty good. I guess you're gonna get to choose your character here? Yeah, okay, here's where you get to choose whether you're a male or a female. Here's the early beginner combat. Do note this is the very first beta test for the game, so everything you see here is definitely subject to change. And again, this closed beta is only allowing for mobile players to play, whereas I'm assuming the next, or at least upcoming, closed beta tests are going to allow for PC players to test it out as well. I'll be skipping through bits of this, otherwise it will just kind of be watching them run in a straight line, which honestly doesn't really sound all that appealing to me personally. Wait. Yep, the plot jiggles in this. They have that. That is present. Yep. I know that is, the hair moves so well. This world looks so good. Like, guys, also remember that this is an open world MMORPG, so the world itself is probably not going to look as detailed as Genshin Impact, just, you know, FYI. Oh, and here's the character creation. There are a lot of options. This is something that Genshin Impact never allowed for you to do, to actually create your character. I feel like these cross-platform MMOs are coming along really nicely. I just really hope that this is aimed more at PC players rather than mobile players, but since this beta test is only pertaining to the mobile player base, wow. You can make some really cool looking characters. Oh, was there bust size? Yes, there is. You guys are gonna be happy. There's the ability to adjust what's important in the game. Okay, these are character models that other people uploaded. Oh, their outfits, individual outfit pieces. This kind of actually, this is very reminiscent of PSO2. Wow, this is like a cross-platform, like current generation PSO2. That's what I feel like this is. Hold on, was that another player out there? Nope, I was just seeing things. And that's the end of the first trailer, or not the first trailer, that's the end of the first gameplay video. Let's take a look at the second one. Okay, it looks like, did he go into that just like out in the world? Discover a new area. And then allowed for him to just, like, he can customize his character anywhere out in the world? The music's actually kind of cool, like the soundtrack here. The graphics are really good. Every game these days has wall, mountain, terrain scaling. What was that? Equip your weapon type. So you can swap between weapon types. Okay, okay. Combat is fast. Combat looks good. Again, this is on mobile. The PC version, hopefully the UI will look a lot better. Oh, okay. Here's the first instance of the hoverboard mount. You can actually hit the monsters. Oh man, that's actually kind of cool. Your hoverboard can fly. Wow. This is admittedly very cool. You shot down the ship, gotcha. Boss monster. That's okay, I randomly click my abilities long range like that too. I also feel like an idiot when I do it. This guy is about as good at dodging as I am. I don't feel as bad now. Oh, that's a cool mechanic. I do like when they do that. I wish I could see the other players running around. Wait, are they other players running around? Hold on, wait. Over here, this guy right here. I think that's a guy running around, right? There's another one over there. Because again, this is an open world game, but not only is it an open world game, it is an MMO. Meaning there will be other players. Yeah, there's another player right there. There will be other players out around the world playing the game with you. Unlike Genshin Impact, which is a multiplayer cooperative game, but is mostly played by yourself. And like Blue Protocol, which is in fact an MMO. More story. Real-time events. Here's your jetpack. That is pretty cool. There's another player. I'm just happy to see that there's open world, that there are players out in the open world like that. I've had enough of games you know, like segregating you and preventing you from playing with other players. And there we have it. They were two different looks at two different aspects of the game. So what is Tower of Fantasy? An upcoming anime MMORPG that has a beautiful semi-sci-fi setting. As is evident from both the trailers and the gameplay that has been captured, the game has a very large focus on story. Story is important to me as it allows for me to really become enthralled with a game. Otherwise, I'm left with this feeling of disconnection from the world, the characters, and ultimately the entire game. While the combat definitely feels a little slow and awkward, I will admit that it is shaping up to be pretty good. Remember that this is in fact going to be an MMO as opposed to a single player or co-op game, so gameplay and the world overall will probably lack the polish that you would find in the aforementioned genres. And although while it does at times feel a little bit slow, it still looks pretty good. Granted, I definitely hope they make improvements to it, as I feel like improvements are no doubt necessary if they really want this game to succeed. One note worth pointing out is that Tower of Fantasy, much like Genshin Impact, offers no forms of autoplay. Where mobile games built for mobile devices are overrun with auto mechanics, such as V4 and A3, Genshin Impact nor Tower of Fantasy have any type of auto mechanics whatsoever. This leads me to believe that, much like its competitors, Tower of Fantasy is actually being built for PC players in mind, as opposed to being built for mobile devices, with PC players having this as a cheap port and PC ultimately being an afterthought. This is an MMORPG that is going to be built with crossplay functionality between both PC and mobile devices, as opposed to being built for mobile devices with PC functionality. Something that I was actually hoping would happen. And that is pretty much everything we've encountered thus far. Tower of Fantasy is shaping up to be a pretty solid looking anime MMORPG. Will it ever be able to compete with Genshin Impact or Blue Protocol? I guess only time will tell, but I'm excited to see where things ultimately end up going with the game. I was disappointed that Grand Saga ended up being a mobile-ish MMO, but I am more than glad that Tower of Fantasy is going the PC route. But this is my opinion and my impressions of the upcoming MMO. What do you guys think? Are you more or less excited after seeing actual closed beta footage from the game? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it, yeah.